Who on earth are these guys, and exactly what realm did they come from? Is this even the desert? I know one thing, it must be summer because the Bellagio Conservatory is the local authority on the seasons in this town.
And then we're going to take a look at a Guinness World Record holder right here at Bellagio.
So get ready, because this adventure starts right now. The old saying goes, early bird gets the worm. Don't know about worms, but the early bird certainly gets the road to herself and some pretty spectacular cloud magic on the way to the Strip. Destination? Bellagio. Any excuse to visit this place is a good one, and over the weekend, the conservatory unveiled their summer theme. As usual, we start at the lobby where we get a bit of a tease on what the theme is, behind the front desk and in the vases. If you happen to be arriving via the Aria Express tram, stop a minute to admire this towering arrangement under the skylight near Harvest. And get a peek at the conservatory from the side entrance. But we tend to like the curb appeal, that wow factor that you get as you step beyond the lobby fountain and get a glimpse of what's behind those majestic columns. Every installation at the conservatory celebrates the beauty of nature, but in the summer of 2023 display, it's truly the central theme. This message on one of the placards says it best. Here begins an immersive journey from the everyday into a magical realm of majestic beauty and wonder, imagined as Mother Nature's offering to the world. The displays in the four main beds embody the awakening of summer and acknowledge that nature has not only provided beauty and utility to the world, but also inspires art and wonder as well. The stone pathway looks like the perfect place to start exploring this mossy, not-so-secret garden. Notice the succulents and moss on this water feature. Now here's a fun fact. Unlike most plants, succulents keep producing oxygen all through the night, which of course purifies the air. The bed is anchored by two weeping willow trees on either end and a rustic tree branch fence to guide your walk. And above our heads, the butterflies are enduring symbols of the transformation, hope, strength, and good luck during times of change. But these adorable woodland creatures steal the show, one at the front entrance and one embedded in the trunk of the willow tree. They are meant to represent the harmonic union of nature and humanity. Coming out of the path on the backside, we get the big reveal of the west bed. The centerpiece is a larger-than-life sculpture of the loving hands of Mother Nature arising from earth to offer a bouquet of summer flowers. The hands are 28 feet tall and were inspired by an Italian sculpture. From her hands, twin cascades of life-giving water fall into the lagoon below. The plantings are predominantly green, and the fog skimming across the water's surface is the perfect effect. On the other side are towering pots covered with moss and decorated with succulents. The oversized flowers at the base are done with roses and add a welcome pop of color. We always like to walk behind this large bed to see what the Bellagio horticultural team tucked back here. In the corners are cool and shady willow trees, 26 feet tall and providing sanctuary to the woodland creatures. The hands of Mother Nature seen from behind frame a unique view of the conservatory. And if you wait just a few minutes, the sunlight moves and illuminates the waterfall from both the back and the front. The fog rolls in back here and draws our eye to the garden table. For summer 2023, it's tucked under a canopy of impossible greenery on a platform above the lagoon and offering seating for lunch and dinner. And just in case you need convincing, just take a look at the view you'd have during your meal. Speaking of impossible greenery, let's take a minute to appreciate the plants in this gorgeous summer installation. Not only hundreds of houseplants, ferns, and exotic species, but a large selection of succulents and lichen, and just the right touch of colorful summer florals. Well, this is purple. Wisteria, irises, pansies, and an abundance of cleansing water all feature prominently in the north bed. But not as prominently as this guy. He is a mythological figure straight out of a 16th century Italian sculpture, and he represents the masculine side of nature. We are to picture him as a gentle giant pouring water into the foggy river below. Behind the scene is the LED screen, creating the illusion of an infinite natural world as far as you can see, and guess what? It works. We are really happy to see these gorgeous hummingbirds return to the conservatory, one on either side of the bed. On the opposite side, we meet the feminine side of nature in this lovely goddess nestling a butterfly in her hand. She is 18 feet tall and represents the nurturing qualities of Mother Nature. Her hair is made of coleus adorned with yellow roses and succulents. This bed also features a fog-filled pond, and life-giving water flows from the hand of the goddess down into the pond. On the right side is a brilliant goldfinch foraging for insects. Finches, with their carefree spirit and cheerful energy, remind us of the simple joys of summer. Behind the goddess is an intriguing arch made of succulents, and we just couldn't resist going out to the hallway to peek through it. Did we give screen time to the fabulous horticultural team yet? Well, here you go. Big kudos for making the magic happen 5 times a year and keeping everything alive in between. Just a few steps from the conservatory is Bellagio's Patisserie, and Paula thinks it's high time we stop in here for just a minute. First up, a Guinness World Record holder, the famous chocolate fountain. And this happens to be the world's largest chocolate fountain, rising nearly 27 feet from the pump room and circulating thousands of pounds of milk, dark and white chocolate through the 500 feet of piping, 24 hours a day. Now here's a fun fact. It's designed to operate continuously for over a year without having to change the chocolate. Now here's a tip from us. Do yourself a favor, step beyond the attraction and into the shop itself. Along the walls are racks of goodies, perfectly packaged for a take-home treat. And if you're a local or planning an event, these cakes are works of art. After all, this place at its heart is a bakery. Even on a holiday, Bellagio's Patisserie opens at 6 a.m. and the array of breakfast items to grab and go is impossible to choose from. From fresh and healthy choices to ridiculously sized pastries. Take your pick. Now, if it's later in the day, let us recommend a creamy gelato and a couple of macarons for a sugar rush. And what a gal! She brought home some goodies for us to sample.
She who goes out at 6:15 on a Monday holiday deserves a treat.
Yes, but how come I get a treat as well?
Because you're my husband and I can't eat these myself. You saw the size of them, they're humongous. So I have to tell you, just put the cinnamon roll in the microwave for 30 seconds so it smells amazing.
It's amazing. I'm going for cinnamon roll first.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Let's do cinnamon roll first. It made the frosting just a little bit gooey.
Oh my
Check that
goodness.
out.
That is
This
good.
is a French bakery. Look at my piece.
Oh, that is really, really good. They serve these every day?
Wow, is that fresh too?
Can you go down there every morning and pick us up one of these and just bring it home?
I love Bellagio. That's a great cinnamon roll.
That's good.
Is that a great cinnamon roll?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Where's my tea?
So what do we have here?
This is an apple pastry. It looks like a work of art, doesn't it? This I didn't warm up. We're just going to eat this.
I'm just going to take a bite.
Go ahead, take a bite.
Yeah. It's what is it? Apple what?
It's like a strudel, or I'm not quite sure, but it's got many, many paper thin layers. So it reminds me of a strudel.
Oh my gosh.
How's that? Good?
My father
He would love it,
will
wouldn't
go
he?
crazy for this.
I actually got the apple because I was thinking the McKenzies love apples. You love apple pastries.
Well, we had an apple farm up there.
I
mean,
know.
apple orchard. And man, oh man, that is really good. All right.
Light and flaky.
I like it.
Oh, I like that a lot.
Very good.
What the heck took us so long to actually stop and get a treat at the patisserie? We've been by there hundreds of times.
Honestly, folks, I can't even tell you how many times we walked by that place. But you know what? The lines are ridiculous.
So it was 7 o'clock in the morning and the line wasn't ridiculous. I think that's why I went.
That's right. So that chocolate fountain is an amazing, amazing attraction there. But what about that Bellagio Conservatory? Holy mackerel.
So, of course, it comes from the incredible imagination of Ed Libby, the designer of all of the conservatory displays for the past many years. I hope he never leaves. I love his work. And it's going to be there till September 9th. I just love the whimsy of it, and it's so green.
It's a little bit different than any of the other times they did this. I was a little bit shocked when I got into the footage of it because it wasn't exactly like a normal conservatory thing, was it?
It's more of a forest. It's really heavy on the greenery, not heavy on the flowers.
Very peaceful. That's why I used the calming guitar and piano music in there, because you just felt the peacefulness of it all.
And I have to tell you, every time I go in there, some piece of music that they're playing on the soundtrack gets to me. And on this particular day, it was the Jurassic Park theme. And I'm looking around at all the greenery and the creatures, and that whole life finds a way, and I just got overwhelmed, tears in my eyes.
So if you're in town, it goes on till when? You just said
September
it.
9th.
September
We're going
9th.
to change it around Labor Day, you know.
Yeah, so if you are in town, take a trip down to the Bellagio, even if you're not in that side of town, because it's really worth it, don't you think?
It is, and get yourself a treat at the patisserie while you're there.
All right, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Anything else you want to tell these nice people, Miss Paula?
What do you think, guys? 2 vlogs in one day. That's how much we love you.
That's because I have a bad foot. All right, we hope we had a good time. We'll see you next time.
Bye,
Bye-bye,
everyone.
everybody.